Hi, you guys. I was done with my chapter 7 and 8 homework. So I was like, let me make a video and let me tell people some things or, you know, anything, get on here and talk to you guys. Because I kind of like doing this. I like doing videos. I like getting my thoughts and everything out of this brain so I don't have to keep writing it down like I wish people could. I know people like, she cuss so fucking much, but like, you guys have to understand, like, in people's brains, I'm quite sure we're cussing like hellas in our brains. Like, this is stuff that's going through my head, so I am cussing a lot in my head. This is in my head. Like, I'm not saying this stuff to the people. I'm telling you guys what I thought at that moment. Like, so I don't want people to sit up and think like, does she cuss like that with her kids? No. My baby be like, Mama, why you say that bad word? You know you ain't supposed to say that bad word. Like, Mama be like, Mama sorry for saying that bad word. Like, I don't cuss with my babies. Like, no. But I have my moments. I'm not perfect. I'm just like everybody else. Like, I have my moments. I pop out. People probably label me as ghetto, but whatever. Like, y'all hearing honest to God thoughts that's coming from like out of my head. Like, my mouth stay watery. Shit. But anyways, like, I wanted to tell y'all guys about a throwback moment. But this throwback moment, y'all, is sad. Right? Because my fiance just said we was changing the baby last name, because I was on my extra shit and I gave him my last name and I didn't give him my fiance last name. So we're currently trying to change his last name to his dad's last name. And he was like, it's a birth certificate in here. You want me to sign a birth certificate for the baby? And I was like, no, because like, what if I want to cry, and what if I need somebody to hold me at that moment, and like I don't have you right here with me right now. So like, it's gonna be hard to like have anything of this little girl. So I had got pregnant when I was 14. I had delivered when I was 15. On August the 3rd, 2005, I had a stillborn. Her name was Saviana Charlene Michelle Martin, my beautiful angel. She had died because my placenta wasn't feeding her. It wasn't delivering enough nutrients to her. So like, I have a very, 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 very weak placenta. Like, it's not strong enough to carry kids full time. And at that time, I wasn't going to the hospital, like to the doctor how I supposed to went to the doctor. I think I went to the doctor like every couple months, but then I was going to Forest Park Hospital. Like, not trying to say anything bad about that hospital, but fuck that hospital. It's how I feel about it. Like, literally, fuck it. But I woke up one morning. I'm like, the second I was in pain the whole day, I was like, dang, what's wrong? Maybe I didn't know anything. I didn't know no better, y'all. I'm freaking 15. Like, did I need a baby? Hell no. Like, God knew what he was doing. This is what I always say. And this is what has been making me cope and deal with it. God knew what he was doing. That's why he took her from me. He knew I wasn't ready to be a mother. He knew I wasn't capable of being a mother. He knew he did not want me to be on welfare. And he didn't want me to be like another statistic. And that's why he did what he did. And I have grown to deal with it, and I have grown to accept it. So, on the day before, I was in so much pain, and for some reason, I don't know how I was able to slip through the pain, because my body on August 3rd, my body started rejecting her, and it was trying to push her out, but my water hadn't broke, nothing had happened. So, my body started trying to push her out of me. And I remember y'all trying to have so many bowel moments, and they would not come out. To save my soul, they wouldn't come out. And I was like, what is it? Like, Mama, please move, please. Because you know, a woman knows when something's wrong with her baby. Like, my baby kicked every certain time she kicked, and I was used to her kicking, and I was used to her waking me up and telling me to go to the bathroom, and I was used to all of this stuff. But anyways, So like we went to the hospital. We didn't even go to the hospital. This is the crazy thing. We didn't go to the hospital like literally after I told my mom I was in pain. We went to the hospital like I'd say probably like 3 hours later we went to the hospital. So just imagine having a dead baby in your body for that whole day and then for hellas afterwards. So like we went to the hospital and the doctor was like, she don't have a heartbeat. And for the life of me, I couldn't sit down and fabricate, like, what is going on? I'm asking my mama, like, Mama, what's happening? Mama, what's happening? Mama, what's happening? Okay. I'm like, change this. Yeah, you can use the remote control and change the channel. That's okay, you guys. So I'm sorry. He just made me smile. But, I'm asking my mama, like, what's going on? What's going on? And she was like, yo, baby, she ain't gonna make it. And I'm like, okay, so what do we do next? I'm like, can y'all put me to sleep? I don't want to have to deliver no dead baby. Like, I don't want to have to even see her dead coming out of me. But yeah, I wish it was that easy. They made me deliver her, and I had to hold her, and I had to look at her, and I looked at my baby, and I was just like, Lord, why I couldn't concept and get the grasp of why he took her from me. Like, why her? Like, the only person during that pregnancy who was there to help me was my cousin boyfriend. He wasn't even her boyfriend at the time. It was her baby daddy, and that was more like my brother. Like, he sent me he was in the army. He sent me so much money to get everything that she needed. He sent me the money, and doing it all, I still had people digging in my money, taking money from her, and he was getting upset because he like, I'm sending her money for her baby. Like, my child's father, he wasn't capable of raising a child neither. So like, I'm sorry, yeah. So like, we didn't want us really need no baby, but that man was there. That's why I love this man to this day. And this DeAndre, I would say his name over and over and over again, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am. Like, he helped me, and that's when I started realizing who was family and who wasn't family. But he had helped me, and he was that support system. Not just money wise, but he'll talk to me, tell me, sis, you need to get the fuck up. You gotta do what you gotta do because you're gonna be a mother. So it was different. Like, that was my big brother that I never had. And my cousin to this day, she thought I was sleeping with this man, and not once ever. He never even crossed that line with me. I promise to God, let my kids not wake up the next morning. He never crossed that line with me ever. I love this man because of what he helped me through and what I was going through at that moment, and he was the only person who was there to help me. So I delivered her, and I stared at her like, why couldn't I bought car seats, and I was leaving the hospital without nothing in a car seat, and I was leaving the hospital with nothing but a fucking blanket and a fucking basket of saying sorry for your loss. So after I stayed in the hospital for 2 days. They cremated. My mama requested that her body got cremated, and like, because she said she didn't want me to have to keep constantly staring at her. So they took pictures of her. So all I could do was stare at these pictures of her. Like, so my mama took the pictures, because like, at 15, you don't know how to deal with losing a baby. Like, that's the hardest thing ever. So she took the pictures. So all I had was her hat and her blanket. And Lord, if I didn't think about killing myself so many times, because like, that's when I needed my baby, because that was my baby, and I had something to love me that I knew was gonna love me back, and I was never in a million years was gonna do my baby how my mama was doing me. Like, never. My baby was gonna have unconditional love. I ain't care if I had to work 2 jobs. Like, I was gonna love. My baby was gonna be loved, and my baby was gonna have. My baby wasn't gonna be no dirty ass baby. And she was so beautiful, y'all. Like, that little girl was gorgeous. And just to think, I only had one moment, and my baby would have been here. My baby right now, y'all, would probably be like, I think 9. Like, I would have had a grown woman on my hands. Like, and I know she would have been a handful. I know it. But I went to counseling one time, and I remember like I was sitting there reading through the things and stuff you had to check off and make sure you had lost the appetite or you wasn't going crazy and stuff like that. And I couldn't even. This is what had woke everything up. I couldn't even spell appetite. And I was like, how was I going to teach my baby when I can't even teach myself? And like, from that moment on, I wanted to die. I didn't want to be here no more. I went to therapy one time and it was that. And it was like, Christina, shut the fuck up and deal with it. Like, I cried in my room by myself so many nights for like years. I just cried and cried and cried, and for the life of me couldn't get why God did that to me. Like, why would he, at 15, why would he take a baby and make me live through that? Like, but anyways, I didn't go back to school. I ended up dropping out of school because I wasn't strong enough to deal with people at that time, and I was going to Eureka, and they didn't even know that I was pregnant. Like, because I don't show like normal people show, so they didn't even know that I was pregnant. So I wasn't capable of going back. No, let me shut up. I was capable. My mama wasn't strong enough to tell my overgrown ass, get the fuck up, deal with this shit, and take your ass to school. Because if she would've did that, my life would've been so different. Or if I would've even did it, I can't even put everything on her because once you got pregnant and you had a baby, you was labeled grown. Period, point blank. You're a grown ass woman. I don't care if you're 12. You grown. So I should have got my ass up and I should have went to school, but I didn't. I dropped out of school. It was that easy and that simple. Like, I dropped out and fucked my life up, y'all. I fucked everything up. It took me 7 years to get my GED after that. 7 years, a miscarriage, an abortion. And then I got my 2 beautiful, handsome babies, but it took me 7 years to get it. And 7 years of bullshit, like, of pure bullshit. I got it, and Lord knows I'm thankful for that GED, like, and people be like, hey, girl, you don't got nothing but a good enough degree. Bitch, I don't give a fuck, bitch, I got it. I got it. I have it. I don't care. I was the first of my mother kids, the first one to get it. I don't care how I got it. I don't care if I had to fly to the moon. A bitch got it. But like, losing her was the hardest thing. It was the hardest thing ever. And I sit up and I daydream about that little girl. That's why I want to have a chocolate baby so bad. I want a little girl. I know she would never ever replace Aviana. Because, like, I know my baby up there just smiling like, Mama, you doing good. Mama, you doing amazing. And that's what make me keep going extra hard for my little boys. Because I know she up there smiling like, I know it. That was the hardest part of my life ever. Even talking about it to this day is still hard, and it's down there a decade ago. And it's still extremely hard to, like, get over losing that little girl. Like, I still to this day be like, I need her with me. Like, even though I got some kinds of care, I still need Saviana, Charlene, Michelle, because that was my first. That was my beautiful girl. Like, I ain't saying my baby's handsome as hell, but that was my girl. Like, I wanted her so badly. But I gotta stop crying. Because it's so hard to talk about that to anybody. Like, my family wasn't even there to listen. Like, it was like sitting up in the room crying. Like, and now the only person who listened is Mr. Woven. Like, that's the only person who listened. Like, I can't talk to nobody else about it but him. And he like, baby, you gonna get your daughter when the time come. Like, it's not the time. And that's why I be like, right, like, I love that man so much. But I want to show you guys the kinds of kale. I'm sorry, Mama, your faces. I want to show you the kinds of kale. So guys, say hi. Hi. Say hi, Zakil. Hi. This is their horrible room. They have toys forever. Like, they got all the toys in the world.